Everybody, good morning. I hope you are doing great. I am doing great. I got my Dutch Bros. I don't know if they have Dutch Bros everywhere, but in Arizona here they're a pretty big deal. We're on day 5. Day 5. 365 days of 365 ways we hear some version of do not fear, don't be afraid in the Bible. So today we are in the book of Duteronomy, and we are in chapter 20, verse 1. So it says, "When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies, and seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou, be not afraid of them. For the Lord thy God is with thee, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt." So the easy version of that is, if you go out to war, you might find yourself surrounded by an enemy army bigger and stronger than you. But don't be afraid, because God who got you out of Egypt is going to help you fight. So God got you out of the bad place. And if he got you out of the bad place, he can get you through the next bad thing. Like, what is your Egypt? My Egypt was my addiction. So don't measure your chances by the size of your enemy, because God is with you. When he brought you out of Egypt, for us, that's a place of danger or darkness, whether that's stuff like my addiction, you're going through a divorce, you're going through depression, you're lost a job, all these things. When I was going through that, my Egypt, like I said, was my drug days. He was faithful in my past. He got me through that. I was a homeless heroin addict. And I mean, the car that I lived in has long since been whatever, but he got me through that. So if he got me out of being a homeless heroin addict, living out of my car, he can get me through anything else. He is faithful in the past, so he'll be faithful in the present, and he'll be faithful in the future. But what this is not denying that the enemy might be bigger or stronger. It acknowledges that. And it is genuinely something scary. So it's not denying the thing we're facing is bad or scary. It does acknowledge that. But he's telling us, don't be afraid, because his presence in our lives is bigger than what we are afraid of. Usually, we aren't fighting a literal war. Some of us have. Thank you for all your service, the people who have served in our military services. We're not fighting a literal war, but events in our lives. Our fear grows when we focus on it, but our faith grows when we remember that God has brought us through the past difficulties. We should not be asking, how big is the problem? Instead, we should ask, how has God been faithful before? That no matter what we face, we are not alone. And like I said in yesterday's, and probably a few other days, ones, that sometimes that's my own difficulty, is remembering that God got me through some of these things in the past, and he can get me through things in the future. And it's just my job to remember to be faithful. His job is to get me through it. My job is to trust him. It's our job. I'm not always good at that, but it's what we're here for. It's what we're here to work on. So that's something I gotta sit down with and work on. I think a lot of that focuses on is like, okay, that God was faithful in the past, so he'll be faithful in the present, and we know he'll be faithful in the future. But while we're in the present, it's hard to think about him being faithful in the future if the present feels difficult. I know that's true for me. I've been dealing with a lot, and it's not been easy. And I do remember the things he's done to be faithful in the past. And I have to keep in mind that his way is better than mine. I see people mention it all the time, that he will give you more than you asked for, and he will give you better than you could have imagined. And I'm sitting here sometimes going, I haven't really imagined that big. Like, my imagination is not, grand mansion on a beach, with a Ferrari. That's not, I don't imagine things like that. And I think some of the things that I have imagined are very basic, that normal people would think of. But his ways are better than mine. And sometimes the things we think we want aren't always good for us, I guess, or what we really want. It's like when, how do I describe this? It's like when you go and you want like a certain kind of dessert, and all you can think about is, this ice cream sundae. And all you can think about, it's all you focus on is wanting this ice cream sundae. And you see people around you eating ice cream sundaes, and you're like, I want that. That looks great. I really, really want that. And then when it comes down to, for you to get your dessert, you have a chocolate chip cookie. And you're like, okay, this isn't what I wanted, but okay, it's still good. And then when you eat it, it's the best chocolate chip cookie you've ever had in your entire life. It's so good that you cannot think of the ice cream sundae while you're eating that cookie, because that cookie's so good. That's the best comparison I can come up with. But yeah, that's all I got for today. I need my caffeine. I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.